Welcome back to The Executive and the Republic, where we uncover the stories behind America's presidents. Today, we're diving into the presidency of John Tyler, the man who set a precedent for presidential succession and reshaped the executive branch. While Tyler's time in office wasn't without controversy, his impact on the American presidency is undeniable. Stay with us as we explore his rise to power and the challenges he faced. John Tyler, born in 1790 to a prominent Virginia family, was no stranger to politics. His father was a governor, and Tyler himself was a staunch supporter of states' rights. But when Tyler joined the Whig Party as William Henry Harrison's vice presidential running mate in 1840, no one could have predicted the pivotal role he would soon play in shaping the future of the presidency. When William Henry Harrison died just 32 days after taking office in 1841, the nation was thrown into uncertainty. No U.S. president had ever died in office before, and there were serious questions about what would happen next. The Constitution wasn't clear. Did the vice president merely act as president, or did they fully become the president? Tyler wasted no time in declaring his position. He insisted that he was now the president, not just acting in that role. It may seem straightforward to us today, but back then, it was a highly controversial stance. Tyler's bold assertion of authority set the precedent that the vice president would fully assume the office of the presidency if the sitting president died, a precedent that would be followed in every future case of presidential succession. John Tyler quickly took the reins, but his presidency wasn't without its struggles. Though he was a member of the Whig Party, Tyler held many political beliefs that clashed with his own party's platform, particularly on issues like the national bank and tariffs. As a firm believer in states' rights, Tyler frequently vetoed bills that the Whig-controlled Congress tried to pass, especially those aimed at re-establishing a national bank. These vetoes infuriated his fellow Whigs. In fact, Tyler's actions angered the Whig leadership so much that, in 1841, he became the first U.S. president to have an entire cabinet resign in protest, except for his Secretary of State, Daniel Webster. To make matters worse, the Whigs eventually expelled Tyler from their party entirely, leaving him as a president without a party. With little support in Congress, Tyler's presidency could have faded into irrelevance, but he found a new cause to champion: territorial expansion. One of Tyler's most significant legacies would come from his efforts to annex Texas. The independent Republic of Texas, which had won its independence from Mexico in 1836, was seeking annexation into the United States. Tyler saw the opportunity to expand U.S. territory and strengthen the southern slave states. However, the annexation of Texas was controversial. Northern politicians were opposed to adding another slave state, while others feared it would lead to war with Mexico. But Tyler was determined, and in 1844, just before leaving office, he secured a joint resolution from Congress approving the annexation of Texas. Though Tyler's presidency ended in 1845, his actions set the stage for the Mexican-American War, which would soon follow. His legacy of expanding U.S. territory also opened up more tension between free and slave states, tensions that would ultimately culminate in the Civil War. Tyler's presidency is often overlooked, but it's one that should be remembered. He was a man who, despite being rejected by his own party, set a crucial constitutional precedent and expanded the nation's borders. He may not have been a popular president, but his bold moves ensured that the American presidency was stronger and more clearly defined than ever before. But perhaps the most surprising part of John Tyler's story is what happened after his presidency. During the Civil War, Tyler sided with the Confederacy and was elected to the Confederate Congress, an act that would forever complicate his legacy in American history. To this day, Tyler remains the only U.S. president to have aligned himself with a government in rebellion against the United States. Thanks for watching this episode of The Executive and the Republic. If you found John Tyler's story as fascinating as we did, Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. We have plenty more presidential stories to uncover, so stay tuned. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think about Tyler's legacy. Was he a trailblazer or a controversial figure? See you next time.